Hey YouTube, it's your girl Dr. J, and I thought I would come and do a video. I don't think I've done a video on this, and it is a reading program that my oldest is using, and it is called Reading Assistant. It's a program that is recommended by Sally Shayowitz, and she is like the guru of all things dyslexia, and it can be an expensive program, but I actually have my subscription through the Homeschool Buyers Co-op. And I will put a link in the description box, but this gives you a huge discount for a 1-year subscription. And basically, the main focus of Reading Assistant is to help with a child's fluency. So it helps your child to read faster, and it also allows them to learn how to read faster, decode faster, but keep their comprehension. For instance, one of the things is that after your child goes through and reads the books, they have a little quiz that will ask about 5 questions from the book to make sure that your child was actually comprehending what they were reading as opposed to just word calling. The thing that makes this program unique is that it is an interactive program for your child. So your child will have to have headphones. These are the headphones that we have. They are Logitech headphones, and you can get them off of Amazon. And so your child will use the headphones and the microphone, because what happens is they will have a book. First, the program will read the book to them, and then they are given an automatic 3 chances to read the book themselves. And the program will actually track how many words they read per minute, how many words they got correct. So when it actually gives your child a score, it's going to tell them how many words they read correctly per minute. Another thing that I really like about the program is that as your child reads the book, if they get stuck on a word, if they're stuck on a word and they can't say the word after so many seconds, the program will just say the word for them. They'll repeat it back and keep going through the story, so your child isn't just kind of stuck and not able to progress. Another thing that I really like is that it tracks what words your child stumbled over and what words they just kind of read wrong. And so at the end of the reading, there's a little box on the side of the screen so that your child can go through and practice the words that they had a little bit of trouble with. Another thing that I really like about the program is that the books progress as your child's reading progresses. And there's lots of different books. Like, every book is different, and I love the books are very culturally diverse. They're very subject diverse. Some books are stories that are adventure type stories. Others are science-based stories. Some have animal characters. And you can always choose to skip a book if you like. Now, my son is dyslexic, and he is 7, about to be 8, and he's in 3rd grade. And he has been doing phenomenal with this program. What happens is, as your child gets to become a stronger and stronger reader, the program automatically adjusts the goals that it has for your child. And so my child's goals, my son's goals, are now anywhere between the upper 90s to I think his highest goal that they had him reading at was like 124 words per minute. So he was supposed to read at a pace that was 120 words read correctly within a minute. And for that, when he had that particular goal, he actually, his last recording he did, it was 127 words per minute. So he is just loving the program. It gives very good feedback, and it really has helped his fluency, his reading speed, and making sure he's thinking while he's reading as opposed to just word calling. So it has been a great investment, and I'm actually going to start my twins on the program as well. Probably in January we're going to go ahead and sign the twins up as well, because I have been just really impressed with the results from I have been just really impressed with the results from the program. It's just been, it's just a really, really well done program. I will say that it was a bit glitchy when we were running it in Mozilla, but after we started to run it just in Internet Explorer, it did well. We haven't had any problems with it at all. My son really likes it. Even those times when he doesn't reach his goal, he doesn't get frustrated. I was at the beginning, he did, because he would go like, oh, I was supposed to read, this many words a minute and I didn't. But, I would just encourage him like, oh no, you did great. That was wonderful. And a lot of times I'll listen to the actual words that he's reading. And I love that it's giving him challenging books. Like, the books are not just, they're not Bob type books. These are really grade age appropriate books. He's saying words that you would find, I would say they're, as I'm listening to him read, he's reading words that I wouldn't expect him to counter in a graded level book until he was reading at the 5th or 6th grade level. And he's going through it and he's having success. The program really understands how dyslexics need to learn to read, which is by context, by hearing, the flow of the word of the book and different things like that. And it started very appropriately where he was reading just really small books, and you can get the whole gist of a book. It would be like the level 1 type readers that your child would get. And now he's actually done a chapter book where it just had him reading, one chapter of the chapter book at a time. And now he's up to reading whole books that have, much more intense plots, and not intense isn't scary, but much more complex plots to them. And it's taking, about 10 minutes to read a book, and he's not getting tired. It's really going well. I'm just really, really impressed with this program. So if you have a child that's struggling with reading, or one that is diagnosed as dyslexic, or you think that they might be dyslexic, I would highly recommend looking into Reading Assistant. If you have a child that is they're reading okay, but they're just not fluent, they just don't read very fast, I would encourage you to look into this program because it just really does help with fluency. Or if you have a child who is struggling with moving from kind of those level 1, level 2 readers into chapter books where they were doing fine with the kind of level readers, and you thought that they were a strong reader, but as soon as they got, started to try to knock up a level, you notice that things started to fall apart a little bit, I would encourage this program for you too. This is a program that's actually used in a lot of public schools around the country. That's why it's normally, like, if you tried to buy it as an individual, it would be cost prohibitive. But getting onto the Homeschool Buyers Co-op license, it allows you to really have access to an amazing reading program that I can highly recommend. And like I said, you'll just have to buy some. These are one of the recommended headphones. This was less than $30, and it was well worth every penny that we paid for it. The program is great, and one of the things that you always have to look for with programs that are interactive is that it can adjust to hear correctly the voice of children. That tends to be hard. But this program is designed for, even young children. The program is designed for children starting at kindergarten, and it goes all the way up to, even if you have a child that's struggling in middle school, high school, you can still put them on this program, and it will make sure that the reading books that they get are going to be appropriate for them. So if you have a child that's they're 10 and 11, and you're just starting to see the struggle, they don't have to be, kind of embarrassed by sitting there with, Bob books or a Starfall program. They're going to be getting a program and getting books that are interesting to them. I like that we've had poetry. I mean, we've had all kind of books, and it's an independent program. The child sits down and does the program alone. The program will talk to them, so it'll tell them when it's time to push a button, what they're supposed to do. So you really, even if you don't have a reader, it's still an independent program. So just wanted to go put that out there. Hope this helps. This is Dr. J, and I'm out. Bye-bye.